We now have something that's just come in from Christine Lagarde, I'm told, about negative interest rates and central banks' general negative interest rates.
What I think I can tell you is that if we had not had those negative rates, we would be in a much worse place today, with inflation probably lower than where it is, with growth probably lower than where we have it. So it's only counterfactuals, of course, but it was a good thing to actually implement those negative rates.
So this was an interview that Christine Lagarde did with Bloomberg. It just came in this morning, actually. So, Tom, here she's saying she thinks negative interest rates actually are working and were a good idea.
Well, I think it's good public policy makers driving forward a conversation they can't control. No one knows. I would say without question, the paragraph of the week on negative interest rates was Stephen Major at HSBC modeling off Swiss dynamics what Draghi would do given Lagarde's interest rate curiosity. And the answer is 180 basis points. That's a huge, am I right, unimaginable move to where they need to get by one calculation is unthinkable.
Steve has been right for several years now. And when you look at his call for the bond market on Treasuries, 1.5% on the 10-year, does he still stand by that? Is he still confident that's what he thinks?
His mathematics of where negative rates have to go is not appropriate for Mario Draghi, Christine Lagarde, Stephanie Ruhle, and the rest of the policymakers trying to figure out what to do with this original theory. It's original theory, right?
It's rewriting the textbooks.
It's like my NCAA bracket. It's original.
It's original theory, but in terms of what he thinks they should do, and what they can actually implement, or can they actually backtrack, they can't do that.
They can't implement good theory.
I would just say, look, this is an extension of what the Fed started with QE, if you like, coming out of the financial crisis. And, you know, to be fair to the Fed, QE actually did accomplish a good bit of what Bernanke was hoping it would do. He has said as much, and he said, look, negative interest rates are an extension of that.
Right. I just want to say, David, in terms of the conversation this week in economics and actually some obtuse dynamics, the smartest thing this week was Eric Shasker's question to wrap up the press conference with Yellen. Her comments from the negative interest rates question were it was absolutely fascinating how she just stopped and carefully walked through what we see from Lagarde and others.
But Janet Yellen's shown no enthusiasm for negative interest rates, has she?
That's a really important question. I don't want to give an opinion, but I would suggest what we've heard from Vice Chairman Fisher and from Chair Yellen is, you're right, there's not a lot of enthusiasm, whether it's us or, frankly, other nations. They'll never say that publicly.
Tom Keene doesn't want to give an opinion. What day is it?
I think you might have just hinted about
Look at my bracket, and you'll know my opinion is worthless.
I think